Hello, welcome back everybody. This is Ian Chiquino with another StarCraft 2 commentary. This set of games is going to be from an event called Kaspersky Arena, I think it was called. Happened today. They already posted the replays, which was awesome. So I thought, you know what, good players playing StarCraft. I got to be there, I got to be commentating it. So let me introduce those good players. On the top right side of Neo Planet S, the red Zerg player. Currently, Team Liquid. It's going to be TLO, the little one. On the other side of the map. The purple Terran. The man known for mech. The man whose middle name is Siege Tank. It's ESC GoOdy. So there we've got both of our players introduced. If you don't remember GoOdy, he's a top European Terran player. Very well known for going mech. Went mech all the time in Wings of Liberty. Before everyone thought it was cool, GoOdy was doing it. He was winning games. Very entertaining player to watch. And likewise about TLO. TLO just known. Uh-oh, what do you oops for? Das war to. I don't know what language that is. German? I'm not sure. Anyways. Autopilot. Not sure what he's talking about there. Hatcher going to go down here for TLO. But yeah, TLO, you know, one of the most innovative players. Everybody knows TLO for the most part. If you know StarCraft, he's very wily. I guess that's a good adjective for him. Wily. Very wily player. Does all kinds of interesting things. Swanning pool going to go up. Not too interesting, but you know, down the road, pretty sure it'll happen. GoOdy going to go for that Reaper opening. Reaper opening, really good openings for the Terran goes versus Zerg. You can get you get it easy. You get a free scout off essentially. Not really free. You have to pay for the Reaper, but besides the fact you have to pay for the Reaper, you get a free scout of your opponent's base. You can maybe pick off a drone or two if your opponent's a little bit of slacking. And you just get to scout everything out, so you know exactly what they're doing. You can maybe do a little bit of worker damage. It's good stuff. I think it's a really solid opening. Of course, there are limitations to it. If your opponent like blindly goes for like a quick roach opening, you're kind of screwed because Reapers aren't the best units versus roaches. But in this case, luckily enough for GoOdy, TLO's not going to be going with that. Double Queen's coming out, gas going to go up, so pretty standard opening here for TLO. And of course, GoOdy is going to come in, scout it all out. And is he going to get any kills? No, the 4 Zerglings pop out. And quickly, that Reaper thinks twice about shooting at those drones. He's going to get another couple pot shots in. Going to get a couple pot shots in those Zerglings. Now we got the Reaper versus Zergling dance. This is kind of what happens as the Reapers come out. And GoOdy making a couple more Reapers. Look at this double Rax Reaper coming out. Morrow, eat your heart out. Well, actually, Morrow would make like 5 or 6 barracks full of Reapers back in the day. But I'm sure GoOdy remembers that. Reapers, good unit now. They have a lot more, I think, options early game just because they can heal, so it allows them to just stay in fights a little bit longer, to go in there and poke a little bit more. You can see here they got the combat drugs, regenerates life quickly while out of combat. Well, shouldn't they be called out of combat drugs then? If they regenerates life out of combat. Get on it, Blizzard. Out of combat drugs. Here we go. More Reapers coming to the party. We got 4 Reapers versus a Queen. Zerglings do not have speed. They will die very quickly. Queen's getting a little bit low there, but they're still alive. Another one shows up to the party. Zerglings are kind of just fodder for this point. Queen's trying to do a little bit of damage they can. Now we got the 4 Reapers making their way to the natural. And Reapers don't do as much damage versus buildings. That is a little bit of the nerf they took. They do reduce damage versus buildings now, but of course they have that nice heal ability, so kind of evens out a little bit. And GoOdy just doing a really good job of just harassing these Zerglings, keeping them on their tippy toes, forcing TLO to pull his drones back, micro them, maybe make that extra Queen there a little bit earlier than he planned on it. Zergling speed close to being done. Another command center being built here by GoOdy. This is the second game in the series. The first game I commentated will go up over there on the Cat Red YouTube channel. So whenever it gets posted, I'll make sure to put it in the description for this so you guys can find it. But yeah, GoOdy's definitely going to be going mech this game. Adds a really quick 3rd orbital command up that allow him just to macro off 2 bases quite a bit. Keep that worker count as high as it possibly can be. And I see this, yeah. GoOdy has the new skin here for the supply depots that you get once you're, I don't know what level of Terran, but something like that. A lot of Zerglings here for TLO. Baneling Nest is halfway done, so these guys are just chilling out here trying to delay this expansion as much as possible. Reapers, they are paying attention. They do get out of there. And likewise for these Marines, he's got the new skin for the Marines. These guys got a nicer looking suit on. They got the bayonet on there as well. Pretty useful versus Zerglings, I would assume. Doesn't change their stats though. All the skins are only cosmetic for the game. No imbalances there. No like, oh, I got a new skin, my units are better. Luckily enough for us, StarCraft wasn't made that way, unlike other games that I shall remain nameless. But Reapers and Hellions, or actually not Hellions, Marines out, trying to just keep those Zerglings at bay, allow GoOdy to take his base. Overlord goes in there and scouts out what he probably already assumed, that GoOdy was going to go for mech. So let's see what he saw. Okay, he saw starport, he saw one factory, so that's not too much of an indication here that he's going to go mech, but he's actually making medevacs to still pump out Marines, so this just may be just a weird timing. A couple of Banelings coming out now for TLO, and quickly, oh no, a lot of the Marines just go down so quickly. Excuse me, I'm getting choked up here. Banelings connecting really well, and GoOdy's going to take some serious damage here as natural. The siege tank is out. That's going to be able to clear up these Zerglings for a little bit, but not before GoOdy loses a decent amount of SCVs to this interesting timing attack here from TLO. Going at a very good spot. That expansion is definitely weaker than it appeared to be. SCVs quickly repair that. Siege tank does stay alive. That sucker gets 8 kills on there. Corporal siege tank reported for duty. Third base going up here for TLO. Droning and droning and droning. Worker count 35 versus 52. TLO definitely has the worker lead. 10 workers killed there with that last attack. Supply lead for TLO. Roach Warren coming out. +1 ranged attack as well for TLO. Hive, or actually not hatchery, layer tech about halfway done there. Orbital still trying to poke in there, see what's going on inside GoOdy's base. TLO is such a creeper, just poking in there with his brute or his overlord, seeing what's going on in GoOdy's base, man. TLO, have the decency to give GoOdy some privacy, man. Come on, you just killed 10 of his workers. Give him a break. Uh-oh, that is the sound of a medevac being loaded up. A couple Marines in there. The boost goes, the turbo vac flies away. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a siege tank. It's the turbo vac. Back. Let's see if he's going to do it again. Come on, ignite afterburners. Do it. You know you want to. Come on. Makes such a cool noise when this thing actually goes off. I'm just going to follow it because nothing else is going on. Wait. Oh, there we go. Did you guys hear that? It was like a rocket taking off. And quickly, he just uses it to just move 2 feet and then kill an Overlord. Or not kill an Overlord. That Overlord is made of grease lightning, and that sucker's gone. Fortunately, not working out here. TLO doing a nice job of spreading his Overlords around the map, even spreading creep tumors across the map. This is something definitely TLO is known for. One of the first players to do that, just forward position his Overlords, drop the creep, spread the creep tumors there to kind of get those creep tumors a little bit of a head start. Now the GoOdy dropping these Marines all around the map to try and pick off Overlords. Is he going to get one? Finally, takes one out. There we go. Medevac, 1 kill for those Overlords. Another Viking shows up now, trying to clear the map out. Another Overlord chilling here. TLO doing a really good job of just taking map control with these Overlords. Has got tons and tons of vision. Another drone moving down here so can TLO take his 4th base. Got the 6th gas up and running. Loving it. Loving it. And we have Zerglings. We've got Roaches out, +1 attack done. We've got the layer on the way, the Spire coming out, and Pathogen Glands. And unfortunately, I don't know if he got the cancel on that or not, but this drop down here continuing to just be a pain in the ass for TLO. And GoOdy just hits those afterburners and chills on out of there. So at some point, GoOdy is going to have to take a 4th base. Where is it going to be? Is it going to be up here or is it going to be over here? Well, there we've got our answer. I was going to say over here, but this is just that. Well, god damn it, TLO, what are you doing? He's taking a 3rd base there. Come on, man. Look at this. He's creeping on the 3rd base. This is gotta love TLO for stuff like that. So funny. GoOdy's gonna be like, well, I gotta start creeping my 3rd. It's only 13 minutes in the game. And he's like, oh yeah, TLO. Okay. Orbital Command's got to take a left turn. Got to make a left turn there at Albuquerque. Now TLO pushing forward with the roaches. More roaches on the way. The +1 is in. He's got the +1 armor also coming out here. Hive and Spire. Scan goes down. He sees the roaches. And these roaches, it's not a smart move to attack at this point. I do love the roaches positioning just to delay this third base for as long as possible. You know, of course, the creep there alone doesn't stop the third base. He just walks in there, scans, kills the creep tumors, waits for the creep to go away. But with the roaches there in position, also makes the player think, is it really worth it? Do I want to get out of position with my mech to clear the creep tumors? And I love, that's a really smart move here by Teal. Really smart positioning, and it forces GoOdy to take the less desirable third base way at the top side of the map. He tried to sneak it over there, but nope, TLO had map vision, even as creep there, so that's going to be, I think he's even going to be forced to move this one once he sees all the roaches show up. He's going to be like, TLO's going to be like, yeah, no, not today. Not today, buddy. I got a lot of roaches here. Sorry about that. I got 39 roaches here. Yep, fly on back, Orbital Command. Orbital Command's like, God damn it. I just want to land, drop some mules, get a couple workers out, you know, the deal. This is going to give GoOdy an opportunity to scan over here, kill the creep tumors, and wait for multiple minutes for the creep to recede. Let's see, we're at 15:48. Let's see how long it takes this creep to recede so he can land his orbital. It's going to be a while. I think it's going to be a good 2 minutes popping out here. And Hellions making their way to the bottom right side of the map. Unfortunately, there's no base to be seen there. It is now at the top side of the map. Liquid TLO taking his 4th base up there. The bottom right one did get taken out. We got Vipers on the field, actually in the sky. Technically, they're on the field, which is the map. TLO sees the Hellions coming up to the right here. Roaches are easily going to intercept this. And even some Zerg's going to come to the party. TLO now maxed out on supply. GoOdy still waiting for this creep to come back. What did I say, like 15:48? Still waiting for a minute. Not going to happen, not going to happen. GoOdy now. Full-fledged mech. Look at all these siege tanks. He even has a couple Vikings coming out. TLO is going to make a run for it. Blinding Cloud goes down on the siege tanks. Siege tanks cannot deal any damage. Roaches get free attack on the front line. Take out a Thor. Fung goes down on the Marines. Another Blinding Cloud goes down on the siege tanks to the back. Roaches just killing everything up in the front. Siege tanks can now finally fire siege tanks in the back here as well. Attack at the top at the same time. The top of that, they attack at the top not working so well. The attack at the bottom going much better. TLO taking out so many siege tanks right there. Let's check how many he's got left. 7 left. I think he was up around 14 with that attack. And a lot of Widow Mines. Look at that. I think those Widow Mines actually did a little bit of friendly fire there on those siege tanks. But GoOdy using those Widow Mines. Mules being called. GoOdy now finally taking his 3rd base at the 18 minutes. So finally recedes, gets in there. Zerglings, Corruptors, and Broodlords have to be on the way here very soon, if not already. What do we got? 7 Corruptors, 10 or 11 Roaches, 14 Zerglings. Worker count, obviously favoring the Zerg player, but GoOdy's still in the game there. Check the actual minerals being mined here. Gas definitely favoring TLO. Minerals favoring the Terran player. Pretty standard. A couple Hellions making their way to the top left side of the map. We're going to try to get some kills up here, but no drones to be seen, unfortunately. They'll just be a little bit of a pain in the neck. Maybe kill a Roach, kill a couple drones here or there that kind of roll in a little bit late. They didn't get the memo, but there were Hellions in the party. Zerg can show up. A couple Roaches now show up, and these Hellions, while being pretty cost effective. Look at that, 5 kills on this guy. Unfortunately, this guy didn't get any. Yeah, he got all his kills stolen from him. There he goes, taken out. TLO not sweating too much up there. So TLO now taking most of the map. Look at this. All these bases he's got here. So many bases. He's on 6 bases now versus GoOdy's 3. Now while GoOdy's bases are all saturated or almost nearly saturated here. Actually, yep, this one's saturated. Optimally. TLO is just taking everything. Base in the bottom right. He's got the gas rocking over here. This base is pretty much saturated at the top. And he's got the gas working up here at full efficiency. Scan goes down. He sees the Broodlords. He sees the Corruptors. A couple Queens pushing forward here. And a Spore Crawler. He's going to need the Spore Crawlers for extra AA to deal with the Vikings. Vikings are the majority of GoOdy's AA here. Here we got the attack. GoOdy pushing forward. The Widow Mines moving in there as well. Are there enough Broodlords? Are there enough Queens? It doesn't seem like it. Seems like, where's TLO's army at? He's got some Roaches on the top of the map. Those Hellions can just chew through those Broodlings so quickly. Vikings now seem to be falling very quickly. So do the Corruptors. Not much AA for either player. You're still left alive. They're kind of just trading back and forth. And those Hellions are just going straight, making a beeline for those Queens. Just kind of taking all those Broodlord shots. And the attack at the top is also going down. That Roach is coming in here for the tanks in position. Clean up all those Roaches. The battle at the bottom is still going on. TLO seems to have taken the minor battle victory there. Broodlord's still alive. A couple Infestors showing up to the party. Creep Troopers go down here. Look at this. He's got all these Widow Mines in a nice clumped up position there. Siege tanks will fall to the Broodlings. Now I'm just waiting for those Widow Mines to pop here. What are they going to kill? Something's going to blow up. Oh, no. That was a heavy hit. It looked like it took a big chunk out of those Broodlords. Queens tanking the damage up at the front. Out of transfuses for the most part. And, TLO's going to have to go on the run now. Fortunately, those Broodlords don't get a bonus move speed from Creep, but they wish they had it attacking the top left now. A couple of these siege tanks here from GoOdy just being used to take out a base. I love that. Great positioning of those siege tanks. Siege tanks not all that too useful versus Broodlords and Corruptors. But great at taking out bases. They do so much damage. 28 damage versus those buildings. And attack decently fast, you know. So you're sacrificing 4 siege tanks up there to take out the base. Wise move there from GoOdy. TLO now taking the middle of the map, thinking, you know what? That's fine. Get rid of that blue base at the top. I've upgraded to a gold base in the middle of the map. Continuing to battle back here, GoOdy using his mass number of Vikings. Does the fungal go down? Nope, doesn't go down. I don't think he has enough fungal, unfortunately. No, he doesn't. These Vikings, just Vikings versus Corruptor battle here. But GoOdy shoving forward the rest of his forces, which isn't that too much to speak of. Your Thors up there, Corruptors versus Vikings on the right, Broodlords and Roaches versus Widow Mine siege tanks and Thors on the right. It looks like on the right side, TLO is going to manage to hold them off on the left side. It's kind of battling back and forth pretty even, but the Corruptor numbers, the reinforcements have shown up. Corruption goes down. Forced to back up, the Vikings are falling back. But this whole time, GoOdy's supply has just been falling now below 100. TLO easily at 170. And the Broodlords just continue to push forward, attack at the same time in the top left. The Zergling counterattack does a decent amount of damage. A couple Infestors show up just to pop some Infestor Terran down, because why not? And that's going to stop a lot of mining from GoOdy up here in the top left part of the map. Look at 31 workers killed from TLO. TLO just doing an amazing job of counterattacks with the Zerglings, taking out a lot of workers from GoOdy, really hampering his ability to mine off the few bases he actually has this game. Siege tank throws up, is like, you know what, Infestors, I can beat you 1v1. I can take you out. I can't deal with Broodlords, but you know what? I can take out an Infestor or two. Excuse me. This is like the longest cold I've ever had, it feels like. It's like been going on forever. So many bases here for TLO. He's set up so well. He's got the map creeped out. He's got Ultras coming in now. Nice upgrades. 3 upgrades for our Zerg player. He hasn't started this yet. He's waiting for some money, I would assume. Setting up a force on the top left side of the map. A couple more Broodlords popping out. So has 1 or 2 Infestors. Not the mass number of Infestors we saw in Wings of Liberty. They kind of been toned down a little bit. And I think they're being used more now in the way Blizzard has intended them to be, as kind of like support caster units, as opposed to like 30 of them. That's your entire army. So yeah, it's a more like balanced army composition that we're seeing in Heart of the Swarms. And I think in general, like overall, the just reaction to Part of the Storm has just been positive in general for most people compared to Wings of Liberty. And unfortunate thing that isn't positive is GoOdy dropping the GG. TLO taking the victory here. And TLO did a really good job this game. Bought himself enough time. I love the counterattacks with the Zerglings. Like I said, at 40 workers killed this game. Both players had good transitions. I love the mech transition into the Vikings. GoOdy just really didn't have any big push with the mech that allowed him to get into the heart of the Zerg base and start dealing some serious damage. It's like he had some Hellions down here to go to this base, a couple of Hellions up here to do this, and they never really accomplished that much, unfortunately. And anytime he tried to shove up a lane, TLO was right there with Fungal. He was right there with Roaches, counterattack with Roaches from the top, and Broodlords here. In this map, it's a little bit harder to kind of push a lane because there's more like, it's like 2 funnels going across here. And it works really well for TLO. So, TLO taking the victory here. Definitely warranted. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And leave some comments for whichever player you think is going to win the series. So that was game number 2. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.